retroactively, I acquired all the rest of those, and that was it. And they hadn't made any for a long time, for at least a couple years, until this year. And man, they just exploded. This was the retail release version B. Nice clean one, no race livery. This is supposed to be the street legal version of the Ford GT. It's even got, it's got GT40 PR on the back, like a license plate. This is really fun because I have been waiting to unpack these or take these off the card for months and months and months. Here's the A release, and that is really cool. You get that silver. That silver has not been painted on this car. This is the first time we've had a silver. We've had blue, but we haven't had the silver. I mean, look at this casting. I mean, it's just, it just seems like it's the perfect shape of that car. I don't think you'll find a better Mark I casting out there of a Mark I GT40 than this Autoworld. And then the OK Toys release, we finally get the clean version of the Ken Miles livery. Pretty cool. Might as well pull the old dirty version up and put it beside it so we can see it, the difference. You can definitely tell the difference. And look, it's weird. The roundels, is the roundel on the wrong side? That's interesting. I'm looking at them now. Well, no, that's not true. The very first ones were on the right side, but look, the roundels are mirrored each other right there. One's on the left side and one's on the right side. I wonder which one is correct. And the chase version of the OK Toys is the same. It's just got white tires. Isn't that something? The Ultra Red is not Ultra Red. It's Ultra Normal with white tires. How many of these were there? 6,000 of these. So this is probably, this Gulf version is probably the highest count that I've ever seen of this Ford GT40. It's just interesting. That's a chase, and the only thing different about it is the tires, the white tires. After that one, the OK Toys exclusive, hobby exclusive, was 3 different paints or colors. This one's gold, kind of like a metal flake gold. Really cool to see the pit markings. If you haven't watched the YouTube video with the guy that was involved with this, he does an interview and he talks about these pit markings and what the purpose was. You should go watch that video. It's on YouTube. Let me see if I can remember this guy's name real quick. I remember it because Mini GT's about to do a version of the car dedicated to him, a Heritage Edition. Holman Moody. Yeah, so Holman Moody. If you do a search for Holman Moody on YouTube, you'll get to learn the story about this paint on the front. And for the Ultra Red, they actually did an Ultra Red of this one. White tires, but Ultra Red paint. The candy apple returns, and it's on the bottom. This is more of a traditional Ultra Red. Kind of looks a little bit strange with the swab of really close to the candy apple right here on the shoulder, on that B pillar or whatever it is. It almost made me thought it was an error, but when you look at it with the regular release, you can see a lot more contrast there. It's not just it's not a flaw or anything in the paint or anything. It's just that it's really closely matched, I should say. Pretty neat Ultra Red. And then the last of the OK toys was the black number 2 again. So now we have 2 clean versions of the black number 2. And I put them up next to each other to see what was the difference. There's some difference. There's some difference in the we'll wait, we'll spin it around here. There's some difference. The Goodyear on the tires is a little bit different. The roundel shape on the sides and the tops are a little bit different. But it's the same car nonetheless. And then the chase version. Red bottom, painted bottom, red tires, red paint. Red, red, red. Ultra red. Red all the way through, except no red interior, black interior. Pretty cool. You just want to play with them, but it's not really conducive to playing with them. You don't want to play with them too much because they're just so rare. And then on J-Car Diecast, Lamley did a flat white collaboration with J-Car Diecast to make this flat white version. And I'm sure if you've seen this, if you know anything about this car, you've seen the videos about it. That there's a Lamley emblem that's ghosted around in this paint. And I can see it as it comes across. It's really hard to see. It's there. You can kind of see it right in there on the hood, right where the roundel would go, the little Lamley symbol. But I'm looking at this, and what's really cool is the engine's got a little paint treatment on it. I don't know if anybody's realized that or not, but there's a little added paint detail back on the engine. It looks like there's some gold in there, that they've done some painting on it. And it is cool with the white, with the flat white and the gold rims and just blank tires. It is definitely cool. And then we have the chase version. You could get these You could get these at J-Car Diecast, but they sold out really fast. And I knew about them, and I was a GT40 collector, and I was ready for it. So I nabbed this one. I don't know if I could have got another one or not. I didn't know at the time if they were limited to one per customer or not. But at the time, I was just happy to have one. And so that's the last one that they've made. So that's been through all of them. The only one that I'm missing is that Ultra Red. And they do Ultra Raws, and there's actually an Ultra Raw on eBay right now. The guy's asking $2,000 for it. But I don't know if I'll ever come by an Ultra Raw of these just because of the expense. But I would like to at least get, if I could, to finish out my Ultra Reds, and I need this guy. Somehow, some way. Maybe, well, who knows. So, we're going to do a quick pan around so you can see all of them at once, and then I'll show you when I get them back in the case. So here you go. Here they are in all their, whatever you want to call it, all the silliness of collecting. I don't even want to count all of them, but there's a bunch of them. This is just me being silly as a collector, as we all do. Just fun little hobby. And this is probably, I would say, just because I know the value of the Ultra Reds, even when they're loose, this is probably my most valuable sub collection in my collection of diecast. Probably one that I'm the most proud of just because of the rarity of all of those Ultra Reds. And it would be nice to have one of the Ultra Raws, but I'm not putting up that kind of money. Then that transitions from silliness to just not being responsible. Because I'm not made of money, and I have a family, and maybe if I was single and didn't have anybody to fend for except for myself, I would spring for an Ultra Raw, but we'll just have to see how they hold their value over time. I know they're a lot more valuable if they're on the card, but I love taking them off the card. I like to handle them and play with them, and I love to see them all at once in that jammer case. And if they're on the card, basically you're storing them in a bin. You got to take them out to look at them, or you're hanging them on your wall. My wife would never go for that. Anyway, I'm going to get all these put back up in fresh plastic baggies in the jammer, and then I'll make another little quick video, and then we'll end there. Okay, guys, there they all are all in their home. We added 11 cars to the case. And there's the Bugattis, of course, but pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed going through the Autoworld GT40s with me tonight and catching my collection up. Looking forward, round 2, to the next release of the GT40. Thank you very much.